Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
No,
Good.
it's Zoma. Hey.
Yeah, I figured.
Michelle, you look like a ghost.
If you are a presenter today, it would be very helpful if you can add your organization next to your name. That'll be super helpful. So with me are a couple people from my team. The first one is Danielle, who has been in touch with most of us. She's the one that organized this whole thing, got the presenters, and did the outreach for the residents. And I have two of my interpreters here for Spanish, Sulma, and for Chinese, Michelle. And we have Carmel, who will be interpreting for Haitian Creole if necessary. If you do need interpretation, let me know in the chat or use the raise hand, or please just unmute yourself and let us know if you do need the interpretation so we can let you know how to use that feature. So anyone that needs interpretation from our residents, please let us know. Put in the chat, whatever is more comfortable for you. Okay. So just so you know, oh, so Nancy, you need interpreter. Okay. Sulma, can you please give Nancy the instructions for interpretation?
Sure. Nancy, ¿me escucha?
Sí, la escucho.
Ok, muy bien. ¿Está usando computadora o tableta? ¿O su teléfono?
Mi teléfono.
Ok. En la parte de abajo de su teléfono puede ver una sección donde tiene como 3 puntitos. Si puede hacer clic en esos 3 puntitos, le va a aparecer intérprete. Seleccione intérprete y allí le deja seleccionar el canal. El canal usted selecciona español.
Ok.
Okay.
That's it. Yep. I did it. Sí, ya lo oí. Ya lo hice.
Okay, so I think we also got a resident that signed up and requested Haitian Creole. So I don't think that person has signed up yet. So we'll see if that resident does ended up signing up. So thank you. thank you so much for everyone that joined us. Thank you for joining us this evening. The weather has been very nice lately. It's finally spring. It's warm outside, very beautiful. So everybody's getting into a better mood. So that's why we decided to name this a spring virtual fair. We are going to try to do a summer. Oh, we have. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Suma. So thank you so much for joining us. We might do a summer fair or we might do a fall fair depending on how many opportunities we get. So we did our first fair February, and this is our second. So very happy about this. Just so you know, this is being recorded, and we're working into updating our website. We're actually doing that next week. So we're going to be uploading all these wonderful opportunities for our residents. If you are a presenter, please make sure to get in touch with Danielle anytime that you have a new opportunity. If you are a resident and want more information about any of the opportunities you heard from today or that we might have, please let us know. Our email is ross@bostonhousing.org, ross@bostonhousing.org. Okay, thank you, Danielle. So any questions, you can put them there. You can send your opportunities there as well. Danielle sees that email as well, okay? So thank you, Danielle. You can take it away.
Great. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. And the first person we're going to start with is Katie May at the City Academy with the Mayor's Office of Workforce Development. So I'm going to share your presentation now. This one? No. Oops. Whoa. Sorry, wrong one.
I don't think I can see it.
Sorry, hold on. It's not, it doesn't want to for a minute. Can you see it now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. I'll be really brief, just to be mindful of everybody's time. So again, my name is Katie. I am an AmeriCorps Vista from the City Academy program at the Mayor's Office of Workforce Development. So City Academy is a training pipeline for folks like Boston residents to go into the field to either be an essential worker or a first-person responder. The program has 2 free training tracks, one being the commercial driver's license / wasting certification, and the second one is the emergency medical technician track. So both tracks, they're preparing participants for entry-level city positions, pay that offers above Boston living wage, health benefits, pensions, and union membership. Next slide, please. So this is the criteria. So you have to be a Boston resident, age 18 or older, have a valid driver's license and a clean driving record, a high school diploma or a high school equivalent, earn less than the HUD income guidelines, which will be on the next slide, be able to pass a TABE test, which is basically the reading comprehension test that would test you on reading, writing, and language skills. So the tracks have classes and a lot of information for participants to learn, and also they'll be tested and examined on it as well. So that's what we have, the TABE test. Participants will also be going to drug testing too. So since participants are going to be going into jobs, whether it's working heavy machinery or being at the emergency scene, it's really important that they're performing at the highest caliber possible. For EMT track, folks have to go through a COI review, which is a criminal background check, For the CDL track, they would have to go through a DOT physical exam just to make sure that they are fit enough to operate a certified motor vehicle. So next slide. So really quick, the program goes by the Department of Housing and Urban Development income limits. So that is $62K to $89K, depending on your family size. And this program is targeting, working adults that may be seeking opportunities for better pay and benefits. Next slide. So like I said, Boston residents are for this program. And on the right side, you can see all the 23 neighborhoods highlighted in red. It's really important that the participants that we get within the program are folks that live within the Boston community, that reflect the Boston community, to work for the community. So we really welcome folks who may be POC, who may be bilingual and biliterate, have legal immigrant or refugee status, those who just may be facing barriers to economic mobility. Next slide. So this is what you expect when you go through the program, the credentials. For the CDL track, you'll be getting a commercial driver license, a Class B license, and a certified hoisting license that would just let you operate stuff like forklifts, excavators, or front-end loaders. For the EMT track, you would get your certification with the National Registry of EMT, as well as the state of Massachusetts. And for both programs, you would be helped with the job placement service. You'll be helped with job placement services and assistance through our staff and local partners. Next slide. This is more logistical stuff. So for the CDL and hoisting training timeline, it takes over a course of 3 months. Right now, we're in the pre-screening phase, which means we're getting applications, we're reviewing them. And when folks go into the CDL track, they would take a bridge course, which would just be like the class that they would take to whether they learn about study skills, first aid, CPR, prep for the CDL written permit exam. Then afterwards, they'll do on-site training. And after on-site training, they would go to have help with job placement and follow-up with any of the city departments, such as the Department of Public Works, Boston Park and Recreation, and the Boston Water and Sewer Commission. Next slide. EMT takes a little bit longer. It's 15 months, and this goes all the way through next year. And like the CDL track, there's also something called the bridge course that students would have to take, which is more focused on the Boston EMS department, but still working on their study skills, first aid, and everything related to being EMT. They would go through the basic EMT course after that, which is with the Boston EMS, then move on to getting their certification, and then they are welcome to apply to the EMT Recruit Academy. They have to go through an interview process, and if they're hired, then they would go to this program, receive weekly stipend and training, and then they get the opportunity to be promoted into the Boston EMS. Next slide. So when it comes to program expectations, City Academy does prepare you for a career. And it's really important that participants within the program are behaving in like a professional manner. You can think of it as if you're going to the workplace. That means, dressing appropriately, being mindful of your language and treating other people with respect and dignity. And then to get the most out of the program, it's really important for participants to attend all the classes on time and actively participate. Because City Academy is a commitment, it's really important that you're putting as much energy as you can to get the most out of it, because the program and the staff and everybody else is putting a lot into you too. Next slide. So right now our application is on our website, owd.boston.gov/cityacademy. And when you fill out the application, you'll be sending us your documents as well. If we got all your documents, we will be sending you out an invitation for interview, and then doing the TABE test, and then all the other requirements depending on what track you choose. Next slide. And that is it. So again, our website is owd.boston.gov/cityacademy, where you'll find the application and as well as any other information that I might have missed. And that is it for me.
All right, thank you so much. And next up, we have Will with the Tuition-Free Community College Program, also at the Mayor's Office for Workforce Development. So I'm going to try and play a video, see if that works, and then if it doesn't, Will can also just present. So.
Just a quick reminder that we are saving all our questions until all the presenters have finished. And that if you registered to participate, you're gonna get an email possibly tomorrow or early next week with a summary of all the programs that you heard from today.
Okay, let's see if this works. Will, do you want to just try starting to talk about it, and then if it loads, you can go and watch the video?
Yeah, I was also gonna say, if you want to make me a co-host, I could try playing the video on my computer to see if it loads, just because this video sort of acts as the presentation for the tuition-free community college program in a sense.
Okay.
So I think the video would be the best thing to show. But yeah, if you want to make me a co-host, I can try to share my screen. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, let's see if this works.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rose.
Can everybody hear that?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
And today
Yeah.
I'm going to share with you some information about the City of Boston's Tuition-Free Community College Program, or TFCC. TFCC is a great option for those interested in pursuing further education after high school. Now, let's talk about what is TFCC. TFCC is a program that allows for eligible city residents to obtain an associate's degree from a participating community college free of cost. So let's think of the formula for TFCC funding as TFCC funding per semester equals the total cost of tuition and fees. This part is relatively straightforward. It's what colleges charge for students to attend and participate in classes. The next element of TFCC funding is the cost of tuition and fees minus the amount awarded from the federal Pell Grant. TFCC participants are required to be eligible for the Pell Grant, which is awarded after filling out the FAFSA and is based on several factors, including household income and the cost of tuition and fees at your institution. Lastly, TFCC funding provides students with $250 per semester for college-related expenses. And this funding lasts for up to 3 years. Now, let's walk through an example to help illustrate how TFCC works. Let's say you want to go to Bunker Hill Community College. And to have nice, easy numbers, let's say tuition is $500. Mandatory fees are $2,500. And that brings your total cost of tuition and mandatory fees to $3,000. Next, you fill out the FAFSA and are awarded a Pell Grant of $1,000. Next, you buy 2 monthly T-passes and a textbook to use your $250 in extra funds. So your total TFCC funding is the $3,000 in tuition and fees minus the $1,000 from the Pell Grant plus the $250 for extras. And that brings your total TFCC funding to $2,250. There are 6 participating TFCC colleges in and around Boston, and they include Bunker Hill Community College, Roxbury Community College, Urban College of Boston, Benjamin Franklin Institute of Technology, Massasoit Community College, and Mass Bay Community College. There are several eligibility requirements in order to participate in TFCC. First, you must be a Boston resident. Next, you need to graduate high school or obtain a GED or HiSET equivalency within 18 months of starting the program. You need at least a 2.0 GPA on a 4.0 scale. This requirement is not applicable to GED or HiSET recipients. Next, you need to require no more than 3 developmental courses by the start of your first semester. And the college that you enroll in will determine this and reach out to you about a need for developmental courses. And finally, like we talked about, you must be eligible for the federal Pell Grant. And to close things up, why is TFCC a good option? A degree from a community college opens doors for further education, first via the Boston Bridge program that allows students to transfer from a Massachusetts public community college to a public 4-year institution and graduate with a bachelor's degree. And an associate's degree offers more career options with higher earnings, better job security, and opportunities for advancement. If you have any questions, please email us at tuitionfree@boston.gov. And for more information, you can visit our website at owd.boston.gov/TFCC.
Yeah, okay. That I guess that's my piece for now.
Okay, great. Thank you. And we will keep questions till the end. So next up, we have Erica Berry at 50 Pine Street Inn. And Erica, I have a flyer for you, or you can just talk, whatever you'd like me to put on screen.
I can just talk and you can send the flyer out with the group.
Okay, sounds good.
So hi, everyone. I'm Erica Berry. I work at Pine Street Inn. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary. So I think that's where that 50 came from. But we are a homeless shelter, but we are also a supportive housing provider. And we have some workforce development plans. The programs and services that we do are across the entire city of Boston. We have programs in Brookline, Charlestown, Chelsea, as well as Dorchester, Roxbury, Jamaica Plain. And so we work on a 3-shift basis, so day, afternoon, and overnight at all our locations. Most of our positions start at $16.50 an hour and then go up from there. We pay overnight shift differentials and retention bonuses for difficult overnight positions. We require a driving license for some but not all positions. And we do hire food service drivers and other operations drivers if you're interested in more of a non-shelter role. But we pay benefits as of day one for anybody working 24 hours or more. And we have 60% of our employees have worked with us for more than 5 years. And so we routinely promote folks and help them explore jobs across the entire agency. The high school diploma is a requirement in most cases, but not everyone. We do have a reading test that we can administer if someone who's an applicant doesn't have their high school diploma. So in some of our entry-level positions, it is possible to waive that requirement. And then we have a wide variety of schedules. So if you're looking for something full-time, we do have full-time positions open, but we also have part-time and on-call. And because we have day, afternoon, and overnight shifts, there's usually something that, you know, works for people who are either looking for a second job or, you know, are looking for a non-business hours job. We have an online website, and that is going to be on the flyer that Danielle is going to send around afterward. We do have an online portal. If you don't have regular access to a computer, or if you don't have a full resume built, the email for the recruiting department is on there, and we can give you some additional resources to help get that done. Although most of the mass hire offices will be able to help you get access to a computer or help you get access to a resume builder, if that is something that you're working on generally. So I would encourage you to, you know, take a look at the things we have open. It's not just shelter counselor work. We have veterans housing. We have housing for people who used to be homeless and, you know, now are living in supportive housing. And so what we're looking for is somebody who you know, relates well to people, wants to help folks when they're in a difficult place, isn't judgmental, and who is a good communicator. You don't need to know everything walking in the door, but you shouldn't be afraid to ask questions, and you should want to help. We have regular training for all our staff. So anyone coming to work with us gets first aid and CPR training, as well as other credentials that are transferable to other human services agencies. We promote folks internally, preferentially. So, you know, if we have a supervisor or an assistant supervisor position available, we're going to post it internally first, give our folks who already work with us a first shot before we open it up to external. So there are lots of opportunities for advancement. So thank you for taking a look. If you have questions about any of those roles, you know, you can put them in the chat or email recruiting@pinestreetin.org. And we'll look forward to talking with you some more.
Okay, thank you so much, Erica. So next up, I believe it is Ricky Carlson with DF Prey and the Lennox General Contractor. So she's going to be talking about construction opportunities that will be available at the Lennox Apartments. So yeah, Ricky, would you like me to show the flyer, or do you want to just speak like Erica?
You can put it up there if you like, and then I can reference it and can send it out at the end.
Okay, sounds good.
So my name's Ricky Carlson, and I'm the Workforce Diversity Manager for DF Prey General Contractors. My job is to collaborate with local community agencies and work with our subcontractors on hiring local residents to work on the jobs that we have within the city of Boston. So we're currently working on a project at the Lennox Apartments on Lennox Street in Roxbury. The project is a rehabilitation of the Lennox Apartments, including renovation of 285 units and improvements to the community building, as well as the site and the landscape. We're currently looking for skilled workers and laborers to interview with our subcontractors about potential job opportunities with the trades we have on site. Some of these trades include demo and asbestos removal, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, flooring, carpentry, drywall, solar energy installation, painting, steel, and masonry. The job requirements for most subcontractors are an OSHA 10 certification, which we can actually help with that if needed, and I can explain a little bit more about that in a minute. Legally able to work in the US and Massachusetts, have a high school diploma or a GED, and a drug test may be required depending on the subcontractor. So there are a few ways to apply. You can stop by the job trailer that's on site at Lennox Apartments and fill out a paper application. There's a lockbox there that you can leave it in for privacy purposes, and then somebody would give you a call back to follow up once we receive it. You can also use the QR code on the first page of the flyer that will be distributed at the end. And my contact information is on the second page of the flyer. You could email me or call me directly as well. So also included on this second page of the flyer is a little bit more information on the OSHA training. OSHA, there's some frequently asked questions here, but generally it's an online training. We would provide you a code to log in and enroll. You would complete the training, which it's 10 hours. You have 6 months to complete it, but it's a 10-hour training. As soon as it's done, you take a test at the end, and if you pass, you get the certification card. And this is something that will generally allow you to work with any subcontractor who's hiring. So again, my contact information is there. If anybody's interested in signing up for the OSHA training, they can give me a call or shoot me an email. So that's pretty much it for my spiel. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So is Vidartha still here? I wasn't sure. Oh yeah, there you are. Hi. Okay. So if you're ready to present now, we can have you. If you want to wait a minute and just get settled, it's up to you.
Oh, apologies. I'm having a lot of issues with my internet. So I'm from ABCD, and I am representing the first steps into childcare careers. And this is for people who want to enter the industry of early education. So ABCD First Steps program serves people from the Boston, Medford, Malden, and Everett areas. And if you want to be in this program, the eligibility requirements are that, again, you're from this area, that you have a high school diploma or equivalent, so it could be a GED or a high set. And we also accept high school diplomas or anything higher than that from any country. You also have to be over the age of 24. However, this is kind of loose because we have a youth program which does the same thing that we do, and they take people between the ages of 18 to 24. They offer the same things, but we can work around that. You also have to have a high to intermediate level of English. This is because with our program, you get a one college credit course, and this is taught in English. We work with Urban College of Boston, and they provide us with this course. You also get a career coach. The career coach's job is to help you get registered at the college. They will help you do some online trainings, and this will help you make your resume stronger for early education jobs. So we help you basically get into early entry-level jobs in early education. If you're interested in this, you can contact me. I believe that you're going to be sending out the flyers later, and this has my information on it. So a little bit about the college course. The name of the course is Child Growth and Development, and it is one of the most important courses that one who wants to enter early education takes. The course is taught in a very special way. It's in an asynchronous method. This means that you do not have to attend any lectures. You also don't have to, even though it's not remote either. So you don't have to go to classes on, for example, a Wednesday from 10 to 2. It doesn't work like that. Every week, the lecturer will give you readings, workshops, and assignments to complete and give you deadlines to get this to them. This allows for people who have children or who are busy or already have another job to complete whatever is assigned to them in their own time. And this allows for a lot of flexibility. We just ask that you be committed. You also get an advisor when you're at the college, as well as the career coach in our program that will be helping you along. If you speak Spanish, Mandarin, or Haitian Creole, the college does have support services to help you with this. If you want to apply for this program, our next cohort starts on June 21st. It's already filling up pretty quickly. This is a very popular program. And so I think when you get my flyer, you'd be able to get my email address, and application is just contacting me. I will call you for a screening, and we'll do a little, have a little chat where I will explain the program again to you. And that is how we will, you will apply for this program. There are two ways how we help with job assistance. So one is, whilst you're doing the college course, which runs for 11 weeks, we can start sending you out for interviews and sending your applications out to our partner employment sites. Or if you're comfortable, if you feel more comfortable after that, after finishing the course, we can help you at that point too with job assistance. We have a lot of different employment sites that include Head Start, which is part of ABCD, but we also have different employment partners all over Boston and the Cambridge area. Yep, so that's my spiel. And I apologize again for my internet.
Okay. It's okay, no worries. What did I just do? Oh, you, that's what it was. Okay, there we go. I could like only see your face and I was like, where did everyone go? Okay, so up next, we will be doing, I think, Charlestown, I wanna say. So, sorry, I just had it gone. Okay, yeah, so it's Lori's turn with Charlestown Adult Education and Charlestown Works.
How are you? Sorry, I'm gonna apologize for my voice. I hope it lasts through the presentation. Pollen has gotten the best of me. So, let it run, right? Okay. Is that music? Okay.
Yeah, now you can start.
Okay. So the program has a lot of different kinds of classes. We chose to focus on our 16 to 28-year-old class, this called Fast Track tonight, because this is the class that we are able to move through the program the quickest. And I think we focused a bit on my ESOL programming last time. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about the HiSET program. We do have 4 levels of ESOL in the program. We now have, thanks to COVID, we now have hybrid models, on-site models, and completely remote models. We have day and evening classes. Our evening classes are new. Those are fully remote, and definitely something we're going to continue into the fall, because we were able to reach a broader population of people who couldn't come to school during the day, or had jobs and can now come at night. So our Fast Track program taught us a lot this year during COVID. We had, oh, I'm sorry. Next slide. I'm being coached from over here. So during COVID, we realized this population of kids, as we call them, became, the level of need became very intense, and we decided that we had to separate them from the rest of the classes. They learn better when they're in cohorts, and we're able to move them faster. The typical GED student in our program stays probably 3 to 5 months, which is a really fast turnaround for GED in general. This is the hardest population to reach, and we definitely tend to keep them in the program through a lot of ancillary services that we'll get to in a bit. Okay, next. So this year, oh, that's actually higher now. Just a little idea about why we separated them and why, if you have a youth that's interested in the program, they will be put in a separate program. As you can see, in 2016, we did not have them separated. And then as we put them in a cohort, we began to increase our numbers of graduates. And this year we are already at 21. We have testing again next week. And through all this craziness, doing most of that remotely, we were successful in graduating 21 kids. And we do attribute that to a lot of the hands-on attention we're able to give to this particular group of kids who really, really need it. Okay, I got a little confused here. We opened up, sorry, this is bad. We opened up a lot of resources. Right before COVID hit, we dedicated a complete computer lab. So when they're not in class, they can go in there and study. And it's solely for that particular group, and they tend to form friendships and relationships and help each other on projects and things like that. And they really take advantage of that space. Within that space is our academic advisor, who does practically everything for them except take the test. She registers them, we pay for them, we pay for any transportation they need to get to and from the test. All tests are paid for, all tests are registered for, we create their accounts. We decide together, I decide with the instructor and the academic advisor what tests they're ready for, and that's why they can get through so quickly. As soon as we see that they're ready for a test, we just put them right in to that test and get it over with. The career advisor, this is where they go during and after they graduate. So while they're in our program, we have them working with the career advisor to get them prepared for next steps, and they create a resume, they fill out applications to what they want to do. And by the time they're done getting their GED, we have sort of a next steps plan for them, whether it's a job training with a Zell over there or one of our other training programs. We were able to get pretty much, I think we had 33 graduates last year, and we had 11 go to BFIT and the rest of them got employed. So none of them sat around after they graduated, which is exactly what we want to do. We offer financial advising so that while they're getting a new job and getting income that they're not used to having, they can learn like how to spend it, how to use it, how to save it, all of that. I can't tell you the feedback that I've gotten from our students on that particular program. Every single one of them comes out saying that's what they should be doing in high school, and really good program. It's a lot of information. The financial advisor actually works here 4 days a week teaching math. And so he's available for questioning after, before, during. He takes them to the bank and opens accounts. He helps them open cards. And then some of our other, wraparound services. We've had to, we hired a case manager who can help with court advocacy. Any kid that has a court or is involved in court and struggling to deal with their legal issues. We have a counselor on site for anyone battling mental health. And we have, we work very closely with the Charlestown Coalition, who offers substance abuse prevention trainings. They can also, if they're age eligible, get into their Turn It Around program. It's just a great collaboration. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Yep, you can go. I just talked about that. You can keep going.
Yep, one more.
Sorry. So these are our partners. Mass General Hospital gave us a lot of our funding for our youth programming. You'll see in a minute, we just opened up an internship program with youth funding from Mass General Hospital. We were able to help out with COVID issues, which were vast and really abundant in this program. We had homelessness, we had food issues, it was insane. So our Boston Resiliency Fund helped us with purchase.
Did she get disconnected?
I think she lost connection there. Like we said, we're gonna be sending the information to everyone who sign up. So we'll make sure to send the information for Lori's wonderful program at Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, it is getting a little bit close to 7 o'clock, so maybe we'll just move on. Oh, she's back. Oh, Lori, you're muted.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We just
No,
lost
it's
it.
okay.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
And then
So
I
you
grew
can-
up to.
we're on scroll. Yep, you can skip that one. That one. Go to 10.
Yeah.
So the 4 of we now have 6 interns. There's only one. 2 of them have graduated from the program already and have an internship with the program. They weren't quite ready for next steps, and so we hired them to. I'll show you this. I don't know.
Sorry,
That's all right.
having an issue with the screen.
No problem. So, most of them are still students in the program. There are 4 here. I just hired 2 more. They're still students in the program. So they are the most at-risk students in the program, meaning that they struggle to get to school. They have barriers that prevent them from mostly everything. So we sort of take them in and hire them. They get paid to go to classes. They get paid to do tasks around the program. I'm going to skip to the next one because I have it beside me too. During this internship, they are also part of that financial literacy program. We teach them web design, PowerPoint, flyer designs. Can you go back to, sorry, no, I'm having trouble over here. They do all our data entry. They have front desk and admin, answering phones, professionalism. They learn a lot of soft skills, just get them ready for next steps. But mostly their job is to get through GED if they didn't do that yet. And they get paid class time for that. Each intern is paid $15 an hour for approximately 10 hours, depending on their role. But this is a program that we just received additional funding for. And so I'm hoping to have it grow. For most of them, this is their first real job. And so this is one of the things that we're most proud of. We're hoping to get, we have 6 now, and by the fall, where there's not a lot going on site here right now, we're hoping by the fall to double that and offer this opportunity to any of our kids that are particularly at risk for a lot of reasons. Okay, so they have part of the programming. We have two that speak Spanish and Creole, and they do all our outreach for us. Carla, the CRA, Nancy and Tina, they're gonna be utilizing some of our outreach staff, of our interns for outreach soon. And they can reach out to a variety. We have 4 that speak English and 1 that speaks Spanish and English and Creole and English. So they'll be getting experience reaching out to the community and recruiting for our programs here. Oh, yeah. And then once they're done, we're hoping to keep them on a little bit longer, and they can then teach the newer interns, anybody that we hire. They will be the training people for them. We're really keeping our fingers crossed that that works out. We haven't done that yet because we haven't moved anybody forward yet. This is pretty new. But once we see that they're able to train, really ready to move on because they've learned it and they're able to teach it. And so we'll report back on how that works out. But this is really a great career opportunity for them. Okay, next slide. Oh yeah, the next one, sorry. So all of our students, particularly the HiSET students, but also our ESOL students, we connect with all of these agencies for post-secondary ed programming or job placement. We did have a home health aid program here on site before COVID hit. We're hoping to bring that back, where we train students on site and they get automatically hired by the agency who trained them. Star Market is one of our hiring agencies. They hire a ton of our students for various jobs. A lot of them have management positions over there. NECAT, we've sent a lot of, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with NECAT. They do culinary and I believe they still do hospitality. We send most of our students there for culinary and then just a couple of other connections with the local community colleges. And then you can, just for fun, we're showing you our graduation from last year, even though we really had to fight to put that together during COVID. We were able to, you can just slide through those if you want. We were able to pull together a graduation of 33 students and did it outside in the heat, but it was really worth it. We were really proud. That was, even though COVID hit in the middle of that year, we were able to graduate 33 students last year. So it does work. And that's all my spiel. If you know anybody looking for ESOL, GED, college prep, and links to careers, you can send them on over.
All right, thank you so much, Lori. And then we're just going to quickly go over some Boston housing positions and building pathways, and then we'll open it up to question and answer. I know that it's getting to be about 7 o'clock, but if people want to stay on and ask questions still, we can keep this going. So Azelle, if you want to go first and just talk about building pathways. Oh, Azelle, you're muted.
Yes, Azel Martin here. I'm employed by Boston Housing, and I also work with Building Pathways for several years now. And thank you for having us here today. Building Pathways is a trade pre-apprenticeship program in the building and construction trade. So we train people over 200 hours of training in design to prepare qualified applicants for an apprenticeship in building trades position through career readiness, occupational skills, and training with classroom and on-hands learning experience. Building Pathway provides participants with the knowledge of skills they need to apply for and enter a state-registered building trades apprenticeship program. Participants also receive coordinated case management and placement services to help them achieve their career goals. In order to be eligible for Building Pathways, you must be a resident of Suffolk, Norfolk, and Middlesex counties. You must be at least 18 years of age, have a valid driver's license, and a high school diploma or equivalency. To apply, you must attend an information session to learn more about the career opportunities in the construction industry and the Building Pathways program. And to obtain an application, so you have to attend an information session to obtain an application. The next opening cycle will be offered in September 2021, and we'll meet 3 evenings per week and Saturday. The registration for information sessions is available on our website at buildingpathwaysboston.org. All information sessions will be held virtually, and the registration is required. So you have to call in and register in order to attend the information session. So we have attached the Building Pathways program frequent asked questions, as well as Director of Union Apprenticeship Programs in Massachusetts. We encourage you to apply directly to the apprenticeship programs if you have a good understanding of what the trade interest is. And I will add, if you do apply for a building trade on your own, I will still help you with the interview process. That's what I've been doing, is helping people get through the interview process. So we'll also prepare building pathways students as well. Once they get into the program, we'll help you with that interview process. Women interested in exploring a career in the building trades are also encouraged to attend Tradeswomen's Tuesday to learn more about tradeswomen in the field about their experiences. Tradeswomen Tuesday is currently being offered virtually the first Tuesday of every month. So you must register and visit. And you must log on to builderlifema.org. For further information, please contact Miss Jessica Harper at jessica@buildingpathwaysboston.org, or you can call 617-238-5292. And that's my spiel for Building Pathways. I'll also add my telephone number in case someone wants to call me. And my number is 617-988-4091. Thank you.
Thank you, Sal. We will be sharing the flyer for your program and with our residents and in our newsletters as well. Thank you so much. So we had a representative from Boston Housing HR to talk to our participants about working at Boston Housing, but unfortunately something came up and she couldn't join us. So I'm just gonna talk real quick about how to apply to work at BHA. So all the information is online. You just go to our main website, bostonhousing.org. Look at them, Danielle is there, the first page. So you go all the way to the bottom and you are gonna see job opportunities. And then you go to open job postings. And you're gonna see all our available job postings right now. We have fiscal assistant job available, data entry clerk, and accounting area supervisor. So you just want the information, you can just click on there. You're gonna see what is the salary, the posting date, the deadline, what are the description, responsibilities, the qualifications, and you can apply online. So you just click on apply for this job and you can fill out this and you can upload your cover letter and your resume, okay? If you have any questions, you can always ask HR at bostonhousing.org. And some opportunity that is not posted, but they're always hiring is for janitors and groundskeeper, especially for our public housing sites. So those are not posted, but you are always welcome to submit your application directly to HR, again, to hr@bostonhousing.org. And if they are hiring anyone, they will look at all the resumes that came for that position, and they will call you if you're a good match for that. So that's it about working at HR at Boston Housing Authority. So I just want to say thank you to all our participants. We are going to be emailing all the summaries and flyers to everybody, but I would like to open it for questions if anybody have any questions for any of our presenters or in general. You can unmute yourself, you can put it in the chat, or you can use the raise hand feature. Okay, so I don't see any questions. So if you do have any questions that may come up, you can always email us at ross@bostonhousing.org. I'm putting the email in the chat. Danielle and I see that email, so we can, yes, of course. I'm gonna put my email right here. That is my direct email. And for everyone asking, what is ROS? So it's a grant that comes from the federal government. It's called Resident Opportunities and Self-Sufficiency. And we help residents achieve self-sufficiency through getting rejoining the workforce, education, and wellness as well. But we don't, and this grant is only for a couple of our federal sites, but when we have these opportunities, when we have these wonderful presenters, we like to open it to everybody who would like to join us, just not the residents from these 4 housing sites. So so that's our main email, ROSS, ross@bostonhousing.org. My email, I put it there, Shayla.Carew on bostonhousing.org. We are going to be sharing the summary of everyone that participated today and their flyers, and we will keep posting it in our newsletter, and we're gonna be uploading our job fairs that we have had. This is our 2nd one. So we might have another one at the end of the summer or maybe in the fall, depending on how many opportunities we get. If you get new opportunities for our residents, please feel free to send it our way, and we love to share it with our residents. Danielle, you have anything to add?
Not too much, just was gonna say too, that a lot of the contact information being put in the chat right now is also going to be included in the email that we send out. So I don't want anyone feeling rushed to write everything down because it will be sent to. So otherwise, I think that's it.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to our presenters. Thank you to our residents.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you to our interpreters that joined us today. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Great job.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Estelle.
Thanks.
Care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Great job.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think we can just close the